We have that at home.
Better not ask for nothing.
We have that at home.
Better not ask for nothing.
We have that at home.
Better not ask for nothing.
We have that at home.
Better not ask for nothing. Feeding you greatness, everything you need. Pull up to the table and fulfilled you'll be. We got the last week for the culture and what's trending. Foolishness and friends, everything in between. But y'all not listening when we say don't ask for nothing. Whatever you need,
Anything, everything, all things.
you'll be fulfilled right here. Tune in, turn up.
Turn up. Turn up.
What's good, everybody? It's Team, it's Moni, it's Jenny, and this is We Have That at
Okay, Mo. I loving the her.
It's a little.
Oh,
I like it.
I didn't know I was still in my blanket, but I guess I'm gonna keep it on at this point.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all. I was hot as hell last week with the Dickens and hot flashes, with all these lights and this heat on. 'Cause it's the winter, so yeah, white beater.
I'm
hey, how y'all
dead
doing?
with the Hollywood lights. Had you dry?
Hot as hell.
Mo, we need to talk after this.
Oh my god, I'm going to bed after this. Bye.
Wow. Give me a hint.
Ski-
Don't do that.
Ski was being messy.
It's scorching tea.
I was getting
You know the
so
tea?
extra.
Huh?
Huh?
You know the tea?
I'm the tea.
Shit now.
Scheme is messy. That's what
I came in the studio and I came into the studio and stole some things.
Oh my god.
No, you did.
Oh!
You got what's good, everybody?
It's hot in here. So take off all your clothes.
If you guys don't know,
I want to take my.
there has been another leaked zingaling on the internet.
And I don't like zingaling pics from like regular people, but like I'd be like, bleh. But it's fun when the leaks come out.
So
It
you
was
like
the-
celebrities?
It was the holding with two fingers for me.
Y'all
You
get on
know,
my
if
nerves.
you don't got a
If you-
2-10 grip,
Damn, Nelly. I thought you was one of us, Nelly. Damn. She was over there like these with two fingers.
but you know what? I don't even.
Y'all are crazy.
Now, Nelly.
You be in there doing tricks and stuff. That's, you know what I'm saying?
You know, but growing up, we all knew who really had that thing out the St. Lunatics. We know it was
Y'all
We know
are-
it was Murphy. We know it was Murphy Lee.
Go
We
on
know
the
it was-
internet and type in hot in here. No.
Murphy Lee, the one who had it. I always knew Murphy Lee
I
was
thought
the
he
one.
was so cute.
I knew Murphy Lee was the one that had it. You know,
That was really cute. Yo, but I always love a second guy. I always love like the guy behind the head.
Yeah.
'Cause he always
Like-
is smooth.
like P. Diddy, we had Mace. Like, hey,
We are
Mace.
talking about Nelly's video leak that he posted on his Insta stories, Danny.
Y'all.
And
Oh, y'all want the link? I guess I can send y'all the link. if
oh
y'all-
Lord.
Y'all know I'm gossip to go with Flo. Flo. Oh,
He
y'all
said
know.
it was an accident.
No, it wasn't. It probably was though, because I don't want. Listen, if you gotta suck my dick with two fingers, it's between me and you. I'm not recording that.
This is privacy.
I'm not recording that. You sucking my penis with two little fingers. She had these
How
two
do you
fingers,
have an accident on Instagram?
and nigga went live. That was a setup. Or he about to drop an album.
He was like, I need some attention.
And that's crazy.
Accidents happen. You never know how.
But that's
Wait.
crazy, huh?
I have a question. Y'all know I be curious about y'all penises and stuff. Is penis color the same kind of thing as like nipple color?
Oh my God.
It was dark.
I said that too. That's a dark ass penis, but it depends on a lot of things.
Because I'm a light-skinned woman, you know, and my nipples are like Keem's color.
My complexion.
I almost pulled mine out, but I'm like, we on live. Y'all don't get that for free. But
They have a little marbled with Jeesh in there now.
I thought that too. Like I thought Nelly was light skinned, but it could
Y'all know
under all the lights. It probably was
But
bad.
is that like that? Is like your dick color the same as like your nipple?
No, but I feel like
No,
you,
I feel
it
like
can
you see
be.
enough men to know this.
It could be darker, sometimes, but not.
Yeah,
Mine's
it's
the
not. It
same.
doesn't
I
have
mean,
to match your skin
What
color.
if I wasn't
I'm
even
two
thin?
tones. Not even on my face and my arms is all two different colors. Like the inside and the outside. The part that gets sun
Yeah,
is
black
black.
people are like that.
The
Yeah.
part that don't is red. Like it's okay.
What if that wasn't even him? What if it's a whole troll?
I hope it is a troll because now I see why Ashanti didn't want him back. No,
Oh, not with all that booty.
let me stop dick shaming.
What he was doing? Nah.
Let me stop dick shaming. Nelly.
It's
Look.
not the size that even matters. So stop it.
No matter what he do.
Speak for yourself.
Mo, I mean, he said sorry. He didn't mean to put it up there. It was a private video, so he claimed it already.
Ooh.
Check your inboxes, Danny and
Oh Lord,
I love the real time.
dish it out.
No, geez, put it in the chat.
Oh, how I'm putting the chat?
You go to where it says all and you post a comment.
Oh,
You know, y'all
know I'm an old man.
He can't because it's on his phone.
I ain't texting.
Yo, there's a will, there's a way. Email that thing to yourself or text it to me. I could do it from my laptop.
You know what, y'all?
I'm not doing all of that for no
Put it in the group chat and I will do it for the people.
It's in the group chat. I'm about to say I ain't doing all that for no boyfriend penis. They ain't even no. That's the everyday thing.
What that little thing?
You seen one, you seen them all. No.
I mean,
no. Some is curved, some ain't. Some is circumcised horribly, some is circumcised perfect, some ain't all. Some
not horribly circumcision.
Some got a turtleneck, some got a V-neck.
I've seen something like this, like a real, like, oh my God.
Okay, y'all.
All right, these cats are fighting between my curtains. One is on one side of the window, the other one's on the other, and they scratching my stuff up, and I don't like it. I'll be right back.
Okay. It's okay. I had to like this Bleo. I'm glad she left because Mo don't like when I smoke on live, but I'm a smoker.
We're only a few minutes in, and I think I'm lost for words here.
Do we have the title? Do we have a problem? So we was all excited, like, "Ooh, who's she about to diss next? Do we have a problem? She about to She about to diss all these rap bitches." But she actually came. It was real motherly. It was real queen-like.
Wait, geez, you have to tell us what you're talking about.
I know.
Do we be menaging the boost of his ego? She a demon off that Casamigos.
Yo, are you okay?
Girl, you the one who left and came back in the middle of the conversation. The title of the episode, do we have a problem? I was telling them, like, okay, obviously.
But you got to give us an intro.
Do we have a problem? Is the title.
The new Nicki Minaj single was released on Friday.
Okay, I had no idea. I didn't know what you were talking about.
You had no idea?
No, I was at work. It's been a busy 2 weeks.
I was at work too.
I've just been very busy.
You was like, what?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just messing with you, Mo. I'm subscribed. I get notifications.
But okay, so she has a single. It's called "Do We Have a Problem?"
Yes, featuring Lil Baby, but she was promoting it, of course, before it dropped. So we, anticipation. So we all, I know I was thinking in my head what it was gonna be about. Like,
gee, stop saying we. It's you. There's no other. I mean, I am a barb. I enjoy Nicki, but just say the damn song was coming out. We. Y'all really a gang.
So listen.
He's talking about him and his people.
The song came out, and I'm just saying, like, when it was like the internet, like, okay, damn, do we have because she dropped the name of it. She gave us the title and the feature. We like, do we have a problem featuring Lil Baby? Bam. She about to rip some heads off. But it was real cool. It was real subtle. It was real, like, inviting. Everybody can rap the lyrics, so I feel like, damn, she's talking about me. She got a lot of love and feedback. All the female rappers shouted her out. You know what I'm saying? She didn't really diss nobody that I heard, but she did have some lines, of course. It was like, okay, she ain't lost it. Like, it was cool. So the one line that everybody like is I don't care how long it takes to get an op back. All my niggas outside, steak, bitch, we out back. So that's everybody's favorite line. Like, it was cute, it was fun. Mm-hmm. But the one that went over everybody's head was the Ride Wave line. Cause she was like, huh?
I want to go ahead.
Oh, she was like, I ain't talking about the rapper, but these bitches ride waves.
Okay.
So it's like ride. You don't if you don't. It's like
I love the pause.
Simone tells them okay.
Like, y'all got it? I'm like, nah, break it down for me.
But no, people didn't. I mean, it's like Rod Wave. That's the rapper. His name is Rod Wave. So
Well,
it's
I
like
don't
a
know who that
play.
is.
Yeah, he sing songs, but
And why was you mentioning him?
because he's a rapper. He's a very he's an up and coming newer. Like he's known for the younger generation. Like he's known for them.
So she just name dropped. There was nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't like nothing. It was just like it was name drop, but it was real subtle. But it was like, oh, we see what you did there. But you like everybody didn't catch it. Like you listening, you're gonna be like, oh, Rod Wave. You're gonna be like, oh, Ride the Wave. It's like no, it's talking about Rod Wave. Like, but it was fun. I enjoyed the song.
It's not Ride the Wave. It's Rod Wave.
I'm glad I liked the song. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad it was like it gave what it was supposed to give. Like facts. Like we enjoyed it. But of course I had to play on it.
We enjoyed it.
I'm speaking for we have it at home. I'm the spokesperson.
How was the video?
We are barred. The video is 9 minutes long.
Yeah, that's why I didn't press play.
I enjoyed the video. It was like a little mini promo for like Power or some shit like that. It was cool. It was fun. The visuals was dope. She had some shit. She had a little cake. That boy was fresh off the runway. Like she had to serve real quick. Like I like how she served everybody. She gave us bars for the rappers. She gave us looks for the motherfuckers who don't give a damn about nothing else but how she looked. Like she gave us fashion. She gave us a little baby feature. Like the generous queen.
She has another song coming out with Lil Baby this Friday, right?
And he's
it's called Bustin'. And Lil Baby, he rolled the fuck out that song. Like that was a good feature. Like I like that I like that I don't have to skip past his verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let me hear Nicki again. Yeah, so but no, some people you do that. Like, I hear for you, sorry, but like
and that's on hip hop bebop.
But like, yeah, I like the whole song. I like it. That was a good put together feature. Like that was an ensemble.
The only new song that I have heard lately is "We Don't Talk About Bruno." No.
Jesus Christ.
What is that?
Oh God! It has taken over the minds of every child. That movie Encanto.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Everywhere.
Yes.
Y'all know I work with kids. They know every single word. I watched the movie this weekend because I felt very uncool. It's very cute. It's
called what?
Encanto.
Oh, like a Spanish or something?
Yes. So it's about like a family. I don't even know where they're from. But anyway, the score is by Lin-Manuel Miranda. So it's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy ain't heard it either, but moving on.
I'm familiar with the movie. It was on the news one day when I was sitting around.
It's like it's selling out all the other movies and stuff. It's cute. It's a really good movie.
I don't know. I got all the apps and all I do is go to Stars for Power.
Recommendation for another show. I've been finding little gems on HBO. The Sex Life of College Girls. So good. It was super cute. It's like one season right now, but
I saw that, but I didn't know if I was wanting to click on it or not. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know if it's for me because sometimes stuff be like promoted in a way, and they be like, I'm about to watch that.
It's good. It's nice and messy. It's cute. They're like really funny.
Not nice and messy.
Nice and messy. They're college girls, so
I watched the first episode.
Somebody's fucking a professor. Somebody's a secret lesbian. Somebody, drama.
Not secret lesbian.
Yeah.
I watched Euphoria, the first episode.
I have not watched that.
Oh, okay.
It was wild, wasn't it?
It was wild, but I went to school with them type of people, so I was like, I was half triggered, but I do want to see what Zendaya can do, like as a real actress. So I want to see her bust her chops out. But the storyline I'm bored with and kind of triggered because it's like, girl, don't do that. You gonna hurt yourself.
It's
I gotta catch it. I think I tried to watch it when it first came out, and I couldn't get into it. But all the hype is around it now. Maybe I don't know.
I left it there. I left it there when I first pressed play, but I went back and I'm addicted. Okay. And people were just going off about Zendaya and whatever her performance because she's killing it. She's really good, and the show is really good.
Do y'all feel a way about watching shit with like high school kids in it? Because I was watching All American with my friend, and at some points I'm like, this is some teenage ass. I don't care. Like, what do you move on? This is like
that's how I feel. I'm like Euphoria is good as fuck so far. I love the production, all of that. But it's like, baby, we had Degrassi. 10 seasons of the shit.
But Euphoria, Euphoria probably is given TV MA.
Yeah.
which is wild. And then
Yeah.
it's like high school kids. I'm good.
Because it's
our-
drugs and scandal and
Because when
That's
we was in
really
high
good,
school,
though.
the high school shit they gave us was like teen rated. This shit ain't teen rated, and then
Right.
we all know everybody was acting grown until our age. So that's kind of why I'm like, oh, I can watch it, but I get what you're saying, Mo. Like it's kind of
Yeah.
like,
It's like cringy a little, but it's also like this is what high school kids are really doing.
yeah,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
wild. It's wild.
It was
hell,
a little kid
adults too.
who was in like one of the kids was in like 4th or 5th grade, was in there, had a applesauce thing they were eating. He's over here licking the applesauce and something. This is how you eat pussy. Oh yeah?
Oh,
Oh yeah. Doing the act.
What?
who did that?
A little 4th or 5th-year-old child.
I mean, we was nasty and kids too, but it's
That's
still
what I'm saying. Like that shit they doing in Euphoria.
But
is-
not out in the open like
Oh,
that.
and
It's
they-
crazy.
yeah, it's like we knew, but we didn't know. Like these kids know. Back then,
I
I didn't know.
I was
I just
like
thought I
in
knew.
1st or 2nd grade. I had on a skirt, and a little boy was laying on the floor, and he like slid underneath me to like look under my skirt. And I was like, yo, that's wild. But like at the time, you're just like, ah.
Right.
Like you're trying to see my lady parts, sir.
I ain't gonna tell y'all what I used to do in middle school
Oh,
because
God.
my mama might be watching.
Well, middle school, you grown.
Well,
Not
shit.
grown.
I mean, your hormones was hormoning, but you're not grown.
I also had it like once you were in middle school, you also had a job if you did a little some of you.
I ain't had no damn job in middle school. I would have ran away.
Yeah, as soon as I could get my working papers at 14, I did summer youth and I was working and I thought I was rich.
I don't live like that.
I think that's a very like in New York, that's like a city thing. Everybody goes and gets their summer youth papers, you do like a little summer job and shit.
You know what I did? But it was in middle school, it was high school. I had like a summer job where I was trying to be like a little caddy, but I ain't even do that. I ain't even do that.
You
for a
would
long
try
time.
to be a little kid.
Yeah, because it was hot. You had to carry them heavy ass golf bags. Like, I'm like, where's the damn cart? They're like, you the cart. That's what we got to we use caddies. So I used to have to, and then you got to know what is what. Grab me that 9-iron. Grab me the, I'm like, I don't know none of this shit.
Movie. She's like,
Yeah. And that shit is heavy. All of
So you had to walk with them?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You walk with them and you carry in a bag, and you better hope they got a bag. Right, they didn't with no wheel bag. The bag with this heavy as shit. You put it on your damn bag. You gotta
that's
follow them.
unnecessary. Why
You
would
follow
you need
them.
to carry that
You
when
follow
there's
them.
wheels?
You said what?
Why would you need to carry that when there's wheels? Like that.
I
is
said,
so
hopefully you got some wheels. You don't always have wheels, baby. And
But I'm
then
talking about
Yes,
bags.
wow.
The bags should have
Oh.
wheels on them if
Oh,
somebody's
yeah.
supposed to be carrying it. Why would you make somebody put that on their back?
That's
Baby.
wild.
it was rich old white man who didn't think about shit like that.
Did they tip?
"Yeah." Oh, not the tips. The tips was nice. The tips were very nice, but
Yeah.
still not worth it. When I'm
Yeah,
like,
because
baby,
they was on the field saying,
yeah, the tips was nice, but it would be high as fuck.
"Drag over here and give me my 9-iron." Like,
A motherfucking golf game takes forever. Like, first
Yeah.
of all,
and
there's
they're
no
walking all over the.
there's no shade. There's no
No.
trees.
There's no
It's
trees.
hot as fuck. I was like, yeah, baby, no. I need AC.
I didn't even know they had people working on those golf courses doing that.
They call golf caddies. It usually happen on like private golf,
that's not-
like the the more upscale ones. But
No, it gives slavery, and I could not participate.
yeah.
Isn't that movie that Will Smith was in?
Who's your
Wasn't that
caddy?
his job?
What's the movie? He got 30 movies. I mean,
He
300
played
movies.
golf caddy.
I don't remember that one. I remember Who's Your Caddy with
What the hell is the name of that movie?
the big boy from the big comedian guy, Smokey. I mean Big Worm. He was in Who's Your Caddy. That was a comedy. That's the only one I remember. And when you say Will Smith, I always think of A Pursuit of Happiness. I'm like, no, he sold computers in there.
Right.
The Legend of Bagger Vance.
Oh, I never saw that.
Yes. He's like a caddy, and I think I never seen the movie, but I remember him doing that, and somehow he got the guy to play better. I think that's a story. I don't really know. But like he's supposed to be this like motivational caddy or something, I think. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it now to figure out the ins and outs of this job.
Yes.
Yes. So let's get into the menu.
Come on, menu.
Are you gonna do it?
Which y'all want to? I mean, I guess not what y'all want to talk about next, but I had
Who
no.
was hosting?
I had no
Who have
good.
a problem.
I ain't had no good segue. Mo had the segues or got the segues tonight.
All right, then don't be talking about what is the menu? Rushing us. You're gonna let me do it, then let me do
What's next? What's next?
You know what? How about I just?
Nah, we can have this. We can knock out this little Whoopi thing.
Oh, not knock it out.
Do you have a problem?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, no.
So y'all know Whoopi was on the VisiU and she got suspended for 2 weeks. I don't know what happened since then. I haven't been catching. If I haven't followed it too much because she said the Holocaust was not about race and the people were up in arms. So I don't know. I don't agree with the people being upset. I don't think she said anything wrong. I understand what she was saying. I don't think it was insensitive. I think it was true.
So initially, I was like, okay, she said something, that da. But I mean, I guess since it was white folks, she was right.
What do you mean?
The Jewish people.
She was right about what?
That it wasn't racial.
Oh. I mean, yeah, that's how I feel. So I mean, the thought behind that was that Jewish is a religion.
Yes.
Anybody of any race can be Jewish.
I do have Black Jewish people in my life, though.
I was going to say there are Black Jews. They used to be, you could find them in the city of New York, anywhere, all dressed up, yelling into microphones, preaching to everybody about their sins.
Mm-hmm.
So they're definitely Jews of all races. And they have a separate term. There's racism and there's racist. There's anti-Semitism and there's anti-Semites. They have separated themselves into a different category so that it is not considered just a race. And they don't want to be considered a race because I don't know about in other countries, but in America, you get a lot of privileges and things for religion. And I really thought about this. If Black people had decided to call Black a religion and advocate for that instead of it being a race, nobody has to worry about wearing their hair a certain way because they would have protection under the law. You know what I'm saying? Things like that make a difference. Not having, if it's a religious institution, not having to pay taxes and other things that go along with that. But so they have purposely separated themselves and decided this is not a race. So for me, it's it's not a race. It's a religion. And it was about Jewish people and the Nazis. And that was it.
And the end. What up, Jeesh?
So, now me and Mo obviously talked about this before the show, and she actually gave me more insight because I was more so kind of just I read the headline and was the Holocaust, it was about race. You know what I'm saying? So Mo kind of broke it down to me, and I can't even debate I can't debunk what she said because it's all factual. But I still think that me and the people who did feel some type of way or did feel the need to go against what Whoopi was saying was just basically trying to say that, yeah, that's true, but it still has elements of race because the Holocaust still happened. It still included the Nazis. And then, like she said, they just basically decided to call what they are a religion as opposed to a race. So to me, that's a technicality. And you know what I'm saying? That's a new idea. You know what I'm saying? Back then, is that what they was doing? Or is that what we've just grown to call it and grown to, you know what I'm saying, bring it to? It's well, technically people was dying because, I always go back to the blue eyes. The blonde hair, blue eyes, because that's what I remember the Nazis. That was their biggest thing was if you look, if you look like this, you getting thrown in a motherfucking thing. Yeah. So to me, that's racial. It's how you look. It's if my black ass can't go into somewhere and they say, oh, you black, regardless of how I feel, if I can identify as whatever, I know that that's a racial issue. I can't control how I look, what I was born into. That's race. So that's all I was saying. But in the same breath, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I totally agree with Mo's idea. I totally agree with what Whoopi's approach to the idea. And I damn sure don't think she should have been suspended. So it's kind of a waste of breath to even debate it. But I just wanted to say that I kind of got, to me, it's about race. I feel that's just a new idea that's been updated. But yeah, the people got through. The people got fucked up because of who they was and how they looked. At the end of the day, that's race to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's race to me. But at the same time, I don't want to dumb it down because the way that Mo and Whoopi is approaching it is more valid and it's like, you know what I'm saying, more distinct. But
Yes, Mo and Whoopi.
for real, no, for real.
I
Real
think
talk.
that I don't think that they're two totally separate ideas. So, like, obviously, something happened with Jewish people rebranding themselves after the Holocaust, right? So that they can build up their community again. Intention behind what the Nazis were doing. No, they weren't like, we're practicing anti-Semitism. We're gonna kill Jews specifically, and no.
Right.
They were like, anybody who don't look like us who got this, like, you know what I'm saying, gone. So there's definitely that aspect of it. Like, what was their intention when this was happening, and then how it was termed afterward. And
so it got manipulated basically, and then like, is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't say manipulated. It's not a negative.
I'm saying like what the Nazis was doing. You were saying it's like separate from the whole idea of.
I don't think it's separate. So the Nazis were killing the Jewish people based on the way they look. That's what they were doing.
That's racist.
When you're doing it, it's not, because it's not a race. But I don't think that they were thinking that way. But when you have the conversation after it happens, and the victims of that crime decide for themselves that this is what they want to be called, then that's how I'm going to refer to them. And then with that goes everything that goes along with it. It's and not race, and like, you know. And
I think so that's where me and Mo always get like our debateness in, because it's like, I don't disagree with her, but I feel like I cannot just debunk like a whole because we could, I mean, that's kind of what's happening in today with everything. Everybody is deciding what's what and who's who, and if you don't, and it's like, it's making it just almost disrespectful.
What are the races? What are the races? What do we consider the races? Black, white?
Well, no, I get that, because no, I'm saying because that's the same thing with like Muslim. Muslim isn't like
yes, Muslim.
So it's like Muslim isn't a race. So anything or anybody can be Muslim, right? But it's still a whole thing around it that you cannot say isn't racist, because it's about religion. Like that shit going over there with the Palestinians or whatever and the Muslims and all of that. It's still, I look like this, you ain't this, you're that. That's racist. You gotta die. Or like to me, or like you said,
I think that is. Like,
and then even the Holocaust as a whole, everybody, I mean, like them people looked a certain way. They had a certain culture, a certain ethnicity. So they had to go based off of that. But even still, that word, ethnicity
is different.
But it's the idea is still hateful and it's still racist, though. It's all like, to me, racism and racist is an umbrella. That's just like the difference between prejudice or judicial race. I mean, what they call it?
I really don't think that. I don't think
systematic.
The actual word race has no meaning. It is a social construct. I mean, so is ethnicity, but you have something to back it up. Your ethnic background is where your people are from and what makes you. Race is something that I believe was made up in America to fucking be racist, like black and white. There are really no other races.
I mean, it was still genocide, but
it was ethnic cleansing.
But that's what I'm saying. But see, to me, that's dangerous to be like, well, no, because that's what white people do to us. Like, no, like
the words black and white don't mean anything. Black is not a country. White is not a country. You're talking about an ethnicity. If they were in Germany, so the German people didn't want the people of the Jew. They were all Germans. They didn't want the people who were of the Jewish religion to be there anymore. They just so happened to look a certain way and not like the other people, because their people actually migrated from a different place. Now, the race thing, white, black, that is based on absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no place. You know, where's white?
So I get that. So that's why I'm not debunking what you're saying, but I'm saying you can't say, oh, the people who saying it was about race, or the people who didn't read into it as much, or just seeing it from a black and white perspective, like a broad, simple perspective, they didn't study. Like, I feel like they're right too, because that idea is hateful based off of physical features. Okay, y'all look like this, y'all ain't this. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, and that is, I agree with
almost you. like an Uncle Ruckus almost.
If we get back to what happened,
but listen, seeing people's physical features as a defect still doesn't make it racial. I mean, there's countries who do that with people with Down syndrome and different diseases, or different disorders.
They will call that prejudice. But to me, I feel like prejudice is still under the umbrella of racism.
It's not.
No, stop.
Prejudice is just a word, and it can apply to anything.
It's about race.
Okay.
Prejudice can be applied to anything.
Okay, so I give y'all that one. But even still, No, for real. Okay, for real.
Racism is a type of prejudice against people of certain races, and the only races are black and white.
Right.
So those were white people. Those were two groups of white people, German people in the same country, who had ancestors who migrated from different places. So they look different. And they decided, we don't want these brown-haired, brown-eyed people in our country.
That sounds racist to me.
But they're both white. So what are the two
Exactly.
races? What are the two races?
I mean, it's hateful. Like, that's the whole goal.
That's it. It's just hate and discrimination, but it's not racial.
Why did Whoopi get fired for saying that? No reason. That's the conversation, right? No reason. Sure, it was hateful. It wasn't racism, though.
Because they all were white. All the people were white.
I mean, like I said, even before I even had that breakdown, I didn't feel like she should have been suspended over what she said. But I kind of was feeling like, why isn't it racist? But
and I really feel like there's a lot of people who don't know a lot about history or don't know, and it is semantics. Don't get me wrong. It's wording. It is like the way things are termed. But I believe words have power, and that's important. Because if Black people decided that Black was a religion, we'd be in a different spot right now. I really believe. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of power. This is why the Church of Scientology, they're billionaires over there because they're aggressive and they use the religion status to cheat on their taxes. But anyway.
Shut up.
They do.
For real.
You better beat that up.
IRS. Yeah, better go watch the stuff with Leah Remini.
No, thank you, Modi, because I really didn't want to, you know me. You know me, I'm always right. So, but for this situation, I'm like, okay, first of all, Whoopi my girl, and she ain't never did nothing sideways. So I
don't mess with Whoopi like that. All she do is date white men. Yes. Okay,
well, I guess I'm not in the. Okay, well, I'm just gonna say I always had a respect for Whoopi. I don't know that about her. So it's like I didn't want her image, my image for Whoopi to be tainted, basically. But I did want to approach it because I didn't know. So and then Mo was like, "Oh, I disagree." So I'm like, Mo is.
I'm pretty solid.
She up here. Her bread is buttered. So I was like, "Well, damn, Mo, why you disagree?" Kind of. So it was more of an educational thing for me, and I do get, and even to this day, I still kind of have that learning the difference between race, ethnicity, and this and that. So it's like, but me and Mo was talking about this for days. Like
my whoop.
And this is right now, race made up by people, no background, no actual physical place you can tie that back to.
Yeah.
It's a way to separate and divide people and put people into categories.
So that's why we Black, because we don't even know what the fuck nothing. We just Black.
And
we should have been like, no, we're Black. We're the Church of Black.
You know what I'm saying? And now we could and then that's when it comes into ethnicities. We can say that we're Black and our ancestors are from Africa, which is a whole continent. But when we get into ethnicities, those are the different countries and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And those people don't all look the same. We don't all look this, whatever. But it's just a lot.
Well, me and Scheme favorite, we got the same nose. I'm joking.
Y'all just let me out anyway.
Me Ma.
Here.
Speaking of anyway.
Speaking of anyway.
Oh, yes, that was one of the topics.
Come on, Mom's on point with the come on.
I'm taking you out of school again. Dreads versus locks. I don't know why G's be trying to debate me.
So listen.
Yeah.
And we ain't talking about no rap groups.
Not the Locs versus 3-6 Mafia. So I've been seeing a lot of internet shit, mainly Facebook and TikTok and the younger generation, but they've been saying a lot of shit like, oh, don't call your dreads, call them Locs because white people said they are dreadful and you should. And that was never my understanding of locks and dreads. First of all, they're called dreadlocks, so it's it's either way it's short. You know what I'm saying? It's I could say Mo or I could say Meek, You know what I'm saying? I can say Josh or I can say Ooh-ah. Whatever one I want.
No, you cannot say Ooh-ah.
No, but I just feel once again, first of all, the original reason why they were called dreads were for a reason and was to spite, white people in the system, and it was to dread the system. So the reason we call them dreads is for that reason. You know what I'm saying? Well, some people
not true.
What other reason? White people saying that locks. White people saying that dreads are. I never heard of white. Well,
there was people in Kenya who had dreads, who had locks, and the British people came or whatever and thought their hair was dreadful, and they started calling it that.
And that could be very true. I'm not from Kenya. I
And
never.
you said you were giving us the background, so I'm saying this one is true. If you
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean that's a situation, but that happened after the fact. You know what I'm saying? You could go back into history way before that situation. You know what I'm saying? Where they were called dreads. And even if, why would you decide? That's our problem. We let white people decide too much shit. So now they're saying they're dreadful, so we can't call it. Now I'm really gonna call them dreads.
But what came first? If they said it was dreadful, and then we just started calling it dreads, then it probably has a negative history.
No. They were called dreadlocks first, and it was meant to be called dread the system. If British people came over there, that came after the fact. That was way later on.
Were they dreading? But they were in a country by themselves, and it wasn't colonized.
I'm not talking about. I'm just saying in general. Like that's what you get dreads for. You got Jamaica, you got Jamaicans and the Rastas. It wasn't just Kenyans that had locks. You know what I'm saying? Like that was something that was universal for all black people. So it's like. But
are you okay with white people having dreads?
I'm not. I barely like them with the cornrows.
I'm calling them locks though. Somebody like who has.
I'm calling mine dreads because they're dreads, and if you don't like it, that's your problem. Like that's the whole point. People get fired, can't go to school, can't go to show up to court dates and win cases because they got locks. Like that's a physical feature that like.
But that's not the conversation. It's talking about like the term and where the word comes from, and like, do you know the history of the real history of the term, and would you still want to call it if you knew exactly where it came from?
Yeah, because to me, that's just like why I can say nigga and you can't. Like, oh, like they gave us that name and we took the power back. So yeah, it's they think it's dreadful. But take your power back. It's a dreadlock. Like,
and that's it.
That was my argument.
I worked with an older lady who didn't like the word dreads.
Mm-hmm.
She liked locks, and I had to keep changing it. I'm like, listen, this is what we called them all my life, dreadlocks.
Yeah, they dreadlocks.
But that's,
and now there's a negative connotation, huh?
You said what, Mo?
I said we can't do that with stuff. This is what I call them all my life. So no.
Well, I ain't gonna say that's not my argument, but to me, I feel like even if
retarded and people retarded all our lives, should we keep doing that?
I did.
Like, even if it was the case, I just feel like if white people don't, I do too. No,
I'm not messing with you. Stop it.
I work with the developmentally disabled, but my God, that's such a tongue twister.
I don't call real retarded people retarded. I call ass backwards people retarded. Like people who got sense but don't use it. Now you're retarded because why aren't you using your sense? Ass backwards. Now somebody who has a physical and obvious situation, no, I'm not gonna be a dickhead for no reason. They can't. Why would I? But
yeah,
a person who like me, Moni, and Scheme, and we do some ass backwards shit. Oh, that was retarded.
Mm-hmm.
But I get what Mo's saying. But for me,
that's something that's black. Is it cool for people like that's some nigga shit?
If you say something is black and you do it cool, it's associating ghetto with black because you can be ghetto and not black.
Associating ass backward shit with people being retarded.
Yeah, I'm using that retard word as an adjective simply by itself, semantics.
It's dismissive and offensive. Just like I wouldn't want anybody to be like, that's some nigga shit. We shouldn't be like it's retarded.
We don't even use retarded we got politically correct words now. So I feel like retarded is ours.
Yeah. Are you
That's it. It's ours now. It ain't even
these are conversations white people have about the N-word. Like they got other words now. They say sis and bruh and girl. Nigga, we can say nigga. No.
Cut it out.
No, I get what Mo's saying. You know, that's something to think about if you want to think about it. I guess I don't check myself with words like that. But I mean, if it was somebody who I felt like would get offended, I would be mindful and probably wouldn't use it. But on the internet, on my podcast, on the podcast, when I be like, "Oops, somebody watching might be retarded," like I don't do that. But I probably
no. But I think it would do us all well to like be mindful of the way we use words. Like so many things that we just say off the cuff are so wildly disrespectful. I had a conversation like when we were younger, and we used to say all these like racist, ethnicist, whatever things about people, and it's wild. Like
Yeah.
Mexicans, they work so hard. They're all short. They're all laborers. African booty scratcher was a whole term we used to call.
I used to get called African booty scratcher.
Like like Indian people smell bad. They don't, like all types of. You smell like curry. It's like
You better run
cannot
through it all.
go
Not
around because we
sure.
used to like. It was normal. It was every day. I don't think that shit is okay. That's how you grow up thinking in stereotypes about people. And then if you don't get educated, that's how you think about people your whole life. I've talked to grown adults who like really like believe the shit that we used to just run around saying as kids. And it's like,
it's all taught. Just like hate is taught. Racism is taught. All that shit be taught. It's sad. But
and
and it become normal. I got some. Listen, I was a motherfucker, but I also used to get teased a lot. So I'm one of them people who kind of like, I'm in the middle. It's like, just say something back and you'll be all right. But as an adult, it ain't that simple. You know what I'm saying? That's recess rules. When you in a workplace, you better make sure you don't offend nobody because they're going to HR on your ass, and you will be reprimanded. Did I say that right?
Reprimanded.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, you went in that old Jocelyn Hernandez spirit.
Then she says, "Your grandmother's the baby." Yeah. So listen, that's what we're here for. We have that at home. We're here to teach, eat, and all of that good stuff.
Each one teach one.
Each one teach one.
There you go.
I learned some things today because I always because even when Cardi came out, it was the whole ethnicity and race debate, and I still couldn't wrap my head around it to speak on it because I'm like, well, I don't know, I'm confused myself. Is she or ain't she? And then shit, they use that. They'll be like, they're like, oh no, I'm white. Oh no, we black. We from the islands. Like, girl, which one is it?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Next thing with Hispanic people, because they are very, very mixed. Right, and they get to choose because the hair kind of sometimes, depending on where you're from, might look a little white, might look a little black. It could be
or your skin tone,
be straight, be curly. You could be white with blue eyes. You could be dark. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very mixed, and there is the separation amongst race within the Hispanic community. I'm white, you're black. There's a whole saying: marry lighter, so that you can make the family line lighter, right? Nobody wants to be the dark one in the family.
That's too much.
That's a lot.
It's literally like race and colorism, we call it amongst black people.
Colorism, yeah.
And like it's very bad. I don't know if it's like, I hope it would be better now. My family is not like that at all. Like everybody's mixed and looks different.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody was treated special, but I wouldn't know because I'm a darkie.
Come on, darkie. I don't know. I don't think my family was like that. We all was pretty much like fair skin, like brown skin. I'm probably like one of the darkers. But we don't think we did that either. Our favoritism came from other shit. Like, the smart ones was the favorites and the retarded. The less buttered bread.
He a little touched.
Yeah, the little touched ones. The elevator. The elevator. My grandma had so many. His elevator don't go all the way up.
Mm-hmm. That's
yeah, Danny. I agree. In a lot. Now I'm not gonna generalize, but in a lot of situations I have seen that, and it's kind of frustrating because you know what I'm saying, like, oh, I'm of white heritage or whatever, and then it's like, what up, my nigga? We all the same. Like, no.
Yo, I had a friend.
You white Spanish, you can't say the N-word. I'm offended. Like that. So Danny, I feel you on that, and I've experienced this to this day. So yeah, I be on Spanish people's heads.
I had a friend who used to hate when people used to be speaking Spanish, and then be like, nigga, my nigga, yeah.
I would be triggered. Like, excuse me, pick one.
That shit was too funny.
I've never heard that. Wow.
We in New York, you know what I mean?
Even in high school, I used to deal with racist Mexicans. They used to be like, yeah, like, nigga. First they'd be like, yeah, we all the same. We went to the same shit. Like, no, we didn't. And then when they get mad at you, they're like, yeah, you nigga. Like, oh. And then it's like, I gotta pull out my Taco Bell recipe, recipes. Like,
but you know that, and if people also think about differently. Do y'all think about like Puerto Rican and Dominican people differently than like Mexican people or Colombian people or something like that? Because they're from the islands. It's a little different.
I feel like it's a difference. Now, if you ask me to describe that difference, I wouldn't be able to articulate it. But I would know it's a difference if y'all
You
was
know what they
standing next
say?
to
That
each
like
other.
Puerto Rican and Dominican people are like the more ghetto Spanish, but like the Spanish is not as good. It's more blended and stuff like that. And the people that are from like South America or Central America, whatever, their Spanish is like more elegant and they're more like pure Hispanic or whatever.
Mm.
That's crazy. I hope we come to a day where all those ideas is just debunked. Like,
I hope so.
because none of that shit matters. Like, it just don't matter. I'm sorry. We made it a world to where it mattered, but it didn't matter at first, and it shouldn't matter. Like, that's not. I don't give a damn. I got people that that's identical to me. I got people that gave birth to me who I cannot stand. So it's like,
What? One person.
Well, two people.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Well, I thought immediately of the mama.
Not my mama. I love my mama.
Because gave birth.
Not my mama.
I guess the men be trying.
Well, I guess I should have said conceived.
Yeah.
I got two people that conceived me, and I don't mess with all of them like that. So
you had me in the Cosby Show episode when they were giving birth to them sandwiches. Remember that? That's
no, I don't.
Show.
The Cosby's was too wholesome, if I'm being honest. I ain't like it till Raven got on there.
Oh, no. That was one of my favorite.
I liked it. I grew up on What's Happening, Good Times.
No,
Bill Cosby ain't have enough struggle.
The Cosby Show was, for me, genuinely.
Do you still love it?
No,
I
it was
do.
good.
I can't. That's not just about him. That's a whole group of people and a whole.
I appreciated it as I got older, I will say. But I watched like Different Strokes and What's Happening. I was 6 laughing at that. But I appreciate it.
We need to change the Cosby Show to the Huxtables and then just let it be.
Oh, that would be cute.
But the Cosby, that was the whole goal. He was able to name it his show because he was
which
the
is wild, and
the
there's
machine
no
behind
character
it.
in there named Cosby.
Yeah.
I loved
that is funny. Like, right. Who the fuck was Cosby? Because we never
but
met
they
him.
did that with the Eve show too.
Oh, Eve did that too.
But that wasn't the name of the show?
Her name wasn't Eve. Her name was Shelly.
Her name was Shelly in the show.
That is so funny. Why would these people do that?
And I love Eve. Eve is a show that I'm mad it went too soon. And I love Eve. Eve is a good show. And Eve. Can we get that on streaming, please? Thanks.
It still plays on some stuff.
You probably still play on TV, but
because I was late night, them shows they syndicate.
Yeah. Eve was a good show. That was a good little ensemble, her little cast.
So while you and your family watching TV and y'all sit down to dinner, who do you serve first?
Dinner, baby.
Do you serve the kids first? There's a young man on the internet who has something to say about this. Let's hear it. I
wouldn't say young, but
can y'all hear it? So it says, my child will always get the first plate in this house.
This ain't about who's gonna eat first. This is about respect.
You gotta turn it up.
Respect.
Hold on. All right, let's get back to it, but we could talk and then I'll play his little clip. So who y'all, if there's a family and kids, whoever's cooking, whoever's serving, who eats first? The kids or the partner?
What the hell?
I don't know what that is. Is that German?
Who eats first, the kids or the partner?
I don't like queens. I ain't get into that. I'm sorry.
Are we really?
Scheme, answer first.
Debating this?
Because I want to.
Oh God.
Because once again, Mo got a different answer than me.
I feel like the adults. So I mean, in an intimate household, I feel like kids are always taken care of first. You want to sit.
That's what I said. Like, you got the wrong nigga if you like, no, we're about to play. Fuck them kids. Like, damn, the kids can eat. I'm gonna still give you a big ass man plate, but let me feed them. Get them out the way real quick. Like, damn. Like, I just feel like and then it be like, and then these niggas, these couples that be like, the Bible says, like, when's the last time y'all went to church? And you getting cheated on. Quit picking and choosing what from the Bible y'all want to pick. Like, let these kids eat and get them out the way, and then y'all have a plate. Like, damn.
I feel like you take care of the kids, get that all together.
That's so dumb to me. Like, I'm as a man, don't be with no nigga who gonna say feed me for the kids. Like, bitch. But
I don't want to be
them babies first.
Like, what type of time is y'all on? My black king gets a plate on glass, and here's your food. Like, baby, we all gonna eat. Is that the goal? It's enough for everybody. It's enough for everybody.
For me, it's a difference. It's like if we're sitting at the table all eating together, I'm serving my man first. If everybody's going off about their way or whatever, and the kids are just taking some little shit and going, take the plates and go. If we sitting down to eat, then like I don't know. I feel like
Either way, I'm serving, baby. Let's get
Your man is eating first in what circumstance?
I'm the type of
If
nigga
you're
that
sitting at the table to eat and I'm fixing plates, I don't think I'm fixing the kids' plates first. I understand like kids get hungry and shit like that, but if we all sitting down,
even growing up, I never came upstairs and was like my stepdad. Well, for half the time, my stepdad didn't even eat what we ate. But like, I never came upstairs. My mama and stepdad was already eating them. I'm like, hey,
Hell
food in
no,
there.
no.
If my mama serving plates, Josh, come eat. Maya, Braylon, like the kids, we eating first. And damn sure the youngest I'm probably getting called last because I was the oldest. Like Braylon and Maya is getting called first because like that's just to me. Like, why would you make a kid? Why would you teach? I don't even want to teach that to my kid. Like
The kid gonna be like,
a kid don't understand. A kid is hungry. Oh, I gotta wait because like, bitch, please here, get your food and go in the
but
bag.
what are you teaching? So he's
And
gonna be
what?
like to be patient. So like
No, like that. It's a rank, and who's supposed to eat? Like we all gonna eat. We're a family. We're a family, and y'all kids.
Yeah, them kids ain't on the same level as their parents.
Right, we taking care of them. I don't want to be belittled because I'm a kid. I
It's
asked
not
to be
belittled.
here.
Nigga,
You
like,
just said it, no.
And
We
we're
on
the
a
team
we
leaders.
on the same level. I pay these bills, little nigga. That's what you just said to me.
so you agree with the
Mo
with
agree.
you agree with the you
Mo,
agree?
You better not feed your nigga before you feed my kids. You hear? I'm coming to get them. Go ahead, Skin.
Can't get a word in edgewise.
The kids eat first, Mo.
Depends.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
Go ahead, Scheme. Because Scheme gotta get. We gotta let Scheme give the voice of reason because he didn't.
No. I don't have a voice of reason. I don't know how it would go. I mean, typically, I feel like kids are eating first because you want to get them out the way. So I feel like that's always been what it is. Like you're plating the kids' food to go sit down.
Yeah, out the way.
But if you're eating at
Or
the
even-
table together,
But I understand eating at the table together and your shorty is there waiting for the plate.
I think that's
It
a
is
biblical
what it
idea.
is. You can hold more than
idea.
one plate. You can hold more than one plate.
I think
You can
that's
sit one with him
a
and one.
woman, nobody gives a fuck about eating.
I know,
last.
right? I love we didn't think about the woman, but listen, the woman that cooks, she
Even
don't
though
want to
you
eat.
slaves, you eat
That's
last.
what
listen.
we said. Let all you motherfuckers eat your
I
own
got
plate.
you,
I'm eating.
Mo. I got you. See, Mo is the woman. She didn't cook. When you know when you cook, you don't be hungry right after the food done.
But I don't think it's disrespectful. I don't think it's disrespectful if you don't feed the man first. It's just that's
Yeah,
extra.
but at the same time,
Let's hear the young man. Let's hear the young man.
okay.
Is your volume up?
Disrespect him.
Wait, hold on.
he was triggered,
So she was like, my child will always get the first plate before my spouse.
and she doing the most on TikTok. Like,
This ain't about who's gonna eat first. This is about respect. You just want to disrespect them. That's it. And that's why you're single, struggling. You can't blame nobody but yourself. So go ahead and get with your bald head girlfriends. You know, it's disrespectful. And that's how come we leave. And we still gonna drain these balls. And then Pookie gonna drop another baby in you, and then you're gonna disrespect them. Then he gonna take off, and then you're gonna be done sealed your singleness. You done sealed it. But your disrespect pretty much is gonna keep you single anyway.
I cannot take him.
so Mo loved that, and she agreed with that.
Shut up.
But like, I feel like now, if you see the video, it gives more context. She did kind of give like niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't shit conversation. Like me, I like to think I'm above that conversation. I'm not in that realm of conversation to like that's not what I'm looking for. Like, ooh, the matter with the sex is like, no. I'm a wholesome guy, and I hope to meet a wholesome woman, and I hope that we don't even have them petty ass kind of conversations. Like, what are we debating? Like, but to his defense, she was giving bald-headed friends, yeah, my nigga ain't shit, bitter, like I'm dancing. Because why would you? I wouldn't be dancing. If I served my kids first, I'm not on TikTok saying I served my kids first. Fuck that bitch.
It's
So-
right there. Like, why
so
did
he-
you make that? Like, what is the conversation?
So their energies matched. I like to think, in the words of my big brother, I don't live like that. So that's a conversation that is not for me because it's dumb.
Because I'm thinking in my head, like, I'm like, practically, Keem is right. How many fucking kids am I gonna have sitting around for real? 2 plates are coming out at a time.
Like, what are we talking about here?
So if you got 3
Like,
yeah, if you got 3 kids and you give one to your husband and one to the kid, the other kids know their food is on the way.
And if you a 21st century woman who just got off work and had the nerve to cook, everybody making their own plate any fucking way. So
I
what
like
you talking
to serve
about?
people.
But I'm saying,
I like to serve food. If people are gonna eat and I cook, I like to serve plates.
I'm pretty sure.
Really,
And then even think about events and family reunions. Who eat first? The elders and the kids. Not no niggas. Not the niggas that was on the grill. Fuck them niggas. They eat last.
They was
like
eating the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was nibbling the whole time. They let the kids and the old elders eat first. That's how I was raised. The kids and the elders. So when it comes to a nigga and the kids, or a man, a man and the father, I feel like the right household, what man is gonna say, oh, if he fight for fun, where's my plate? Get the fuck out the way. Like, no, it ain't that. It shouldn't even be a debate, honestly. But if we're gonna debate it, the kids. But it shouldn't be a debate because grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
In this last 5 minutes, so in the
What in the
perfect in the West African household, even Kanye.
Oh, ain't nothing even coming on.
Kanye and Kim, why they out in this world being messy?
Oh
Kanye,
God.
Kanye definitely eat first. No, I'm joking. Stop.
He was like, give me my plate in the clothes.
It's not Kanye and Kim being messy. It's Kanye acting a nut ass fool.
Why? Why is he?
In his defense, he wasn't crazy before he got with her. No, let me stop.
Yes, he was.
I'm talking. I'm just joking.
He went nuts on 808.
I'm just joking, but we ain't gonna do Kanye because I'm biased, so I'm gonna just get this conversation.
You can't be biased.
I'm
what are
very
you
biased.
biased about?
I'm biased.
So you encourage
that man,
bad behavior?
I don't encourage it, but that man has a mental illness. So pick when we're gonna be like,
And
oh,
he needs to
Kanye,
sit the fuck
and
down.
oh, damn, Kanye. Like we know, like
No, he has a mental
you just
illness,
ain't
so he has
surprised.
been messy on social media. Yes, that's what's going on.
okay. So if it was somebody that was
And
retarded,
this is,
if it was somebody that was no, if it was somebody that was retarded, we wouldn't be out here bashing the retarded person. So we're not gonna.
Oh,
bash
so
the
you
person.
you think we should just let him be?
We're not. No. We gonna discuss it and make sure people know what's right and what's wrong. But we're not gonna victimize. I mean, we're not gonna villainize Kanye West if he has
It's
a
okay.
mental
You
illness.
can't talk about
Because
it.
we
I get
don't
it.
villainize.
I get it. You
retarded.
can't talk about it. But listen, this tweet came out that set with my soul. Kanye weaponizing the Black community against his chosen family after talking down on Black experiences for years is fun to watch. And I think that speaks volumes for what we've seen over the last few years.
Now break that down
But
for
we
me.
know that as a personality, I mean, I don't know him, but the personality he presents, I don't like at all. I've never have. His music was brilliant. Now the music is not even brilliant, but I mean, I don't know. But like mental illness, fine. Take your medication, sit down and take a break.
But he's not taking medication.
Don't go drag your family all over these are his children. They're going to know this. They're going to see this. Who wants to know that their dad, who is Kanye West, was on the internet doing this to their mom? Like, it's not little. Like, that shit is wild and embarrassing. And the story for them is going to be, my dad was in the middle of a mental breakdown, and the people that were around him let him go nuts on the internet.
And that's where kind of where I'm at with it. Like, yeah, it sucks that it's on the internet. We have to see it, so of course we're gonna digest it. But why we gotta villainize him? This man need help. It's probably it could be a cry for help, and the people that's around him is
It's not villainizing him. This is what's going on. He chooses not to deal with it. He's spoken about it. Kim has attempted to get him help. He had an issue with that. It's not villainizing it. He's running around untreated, and he's embarrassing himself. He did that rant about his kids and being away from them, and he had the kids at that time.
I'm talking about on TikTok, why he can't, why
they had video come out that evening. He had his kids the whole time he's on the net, ranting about apologies, being away from the kids. You're doing all of this for attention. You want Kim back. That's the end of it. But she doesn't want you back. This isn't even the way to go about it. You're tearing her down every day.
Wait, but did y'all see my girl Azealia Banks come out the woodwork?
She did.
She always does.
She said, LOL, Kanye is snorting dog food, heroin, with his girl already. It's confirmed. Divorced Virgil.
Oh my God.
Leaving his mom and a dirty junkie who was shooting up while she was pregnant equal calamity. Y'all gassing him now, but gonna be calling him a dope head in 3 months.
He's bipolar, Danny.
And oh yes.
Azealia. Yeah, now one thing about my girl Azealia, she don't hold no punches and she don't pick no sides. So she said She said what she said. She felt how she felt, and I can't knock her either. But I'm just a Kanye fan. I want to still have that realm when he drop an album. I want to be like, ooh, a Kanye album, and not ooh, Kanye West, who dog his wife and kids. And that's just me. But
I didn't even know you could snort heroin.
You can, but you ain't gonna have no damn nostrils left.
I don't know. I just feel like if he doing that's heroin is a hell of a drug.
You can take everything any way you want to, honestly.
Baby, every heroin addict I know is not a. I don't think he on heroin just quite
yet.
You know
heroin addict?
I do. I live in.
I know one person back
a
in
small red. I live in a red state. You said what?
I said I knew one person who was on heroin and she got hit by a train.
Yeah, people who heroin, they be
that's that dip. That
they be zombies. So it's like I could Kanye West be giving me coke rage if anything, not heroin. He get angry. Coke is like these bitches. I don't heroin. Listen, I used to live with a heroin addict, so they don't be hoorah. They be motherfucking nodding off and holding.
And those are the ones that can't balance. That'd be like tip, and never fall down.
They be holding the bathroom up for fucking hours. And
y'all are crazy.
I know heroin.
I hope he's not.
He give me coke rage vibes.
People who have like bipolar and stuff like that who don't want to take medication, a lot of times they self-medicate with other drugs because it does make them feel better.
But not really.
I hope that. I don't need another death.
But why not go get actual medication?
I will tell you, as somebody, I don't have mental illness, but I had a lot of health problems. And I feel like with medication, sometimes you can get to a point where you're just like, I don't want to keep doing this. Like, I don't want to have to be obligated to take a pill every day. I literally was in my head in survival mode. Like, what if I was on a deserted island and I didn't have these pills? I would just be dead. Like, what is the point? Like, seriously. And I would go a long time without taking medication because I'm like, I don't want this to be my life. It's denial.
A lot of people don't like medication.
Yeah. Who wants to be like, that's like a ball and chain. Who wants to be tied to something like that? Anywhere you go, do something, whatever, every fucking 8 hours, you have to, take a pill that you don't enjoy. Right. I was gonna say pop a pill, but that sounded like it might be fine. But no.
Yeah, because everybody, the Kardashians, that's why I said like Kanye West is crazy. I can say that much, but why everybody that did with the Kardashians is fucked up in the head. Like, look at Paul Lamar Odom. Like, I don't know.
He was a crackhead.
Live your life like that.
He was a crackhead.
Maybe I'm just pro-black and it's probably detrimental, but I don't give a damn.
I mean,
the only one that's doing well is Travis Scott. He just had a whole,
It's just wild. It's wild to see.
And I don't even hate the Kardashians because Kim be fly, but
they be eating them men's up.
And on that note,
hold on, Kimi. This is for you to end the show. You can do it right after this. I saw a meme and it said, "How come all the bald men got beards? Your hair grow upside down, nigga?"
And on that